Hey there, I'm author Sarah A. Chrisman, and today I'm making a recipe for potato soup from my 1886 copy of the Farm and Household Cyclopaedia. This is a type of reference book that used to be a lot more common. It's got everything from recipes to advice on building fences and barns, and a lot of the characters in my books would have had copies of references like this on their shelves at home.
The 1886 recipe for potato soup from the Farm and Household Cyclopaedia goes: potato soup. Mash to a smooth paste 1 pound of good mealy potatoes, which have been steamed or boiled very dry. Mix them by degrees in 2 quarts of boiling water, in which 2 ounces of the extract of meat have been previously dissolved. Pass the soup through a strainer, set it again on the fire, add pepper and salt, let it boil for 5 minutes, and be served with fried or toasted bread. Where the flavor is approved, 2 ounces of onions, minced and fried a light brown, may be added to the soup, and stewed in it for 10 minutes before it is sent to table.
One of the fun things about this recipe from 1886, even though it's from the late 19th century, and you can tell it's definitely from then because it's from an antique book, they still they're already telling you to use bouillon cubes, because bouillon cubes and meat essences, they were available and on the market. They were very much marketed to people as an easy, convenient way to make soup, which is kind of fun to see them popping up in these 1880s recipes. I happen to have some squab stock that I made the other day. If you saw my video about making honey Dijon squab, I cut off the squab breasts and the rest of the squab became stock. So since I have the stock, I'm going to use it rather than using bouillon cubes. And the recipe calls for 2 quarts of liquid. If you're in the metric world, actually, I don't know what that is in metric, but it's 8 cups, and a cup is this much. Ask your friends how much that is in metric, I don't know. But it's 8 cups. So this tool kind of mystified a couple of friends of mine. This was really, really standard in 19th century American kitchens, and I think English kitchens too had these. I don't know about mainland Europe or the rest of the world, so if you're not in America or England, let us know if your country had these. Especially in America, this got used for pureeing pumpkin to make pumpkin pie, which is absolutely essential to our winter holidays. But it also is used for making soups really smooth. So this is a food mill is what this is. And also if you're making jellies, this gets used to crush down the fruit, and then all of the seeds and such are left up top, so they're really easy to strain out. It's also really good for applesauce for that same reason, because you just cook the apples and the seeds and the skin get left up top. Now today I'm going to use it to mill my soup. This is also a good way to use up mashed potatoes if you have extra mashed potatoes, because it's basically just potatoes and stock. You don't have to put it through a food mill. That just makes it smoother. Really, you can just mash up the potatoes and mix them into stock, and there you go. It's that easy. So this is a nice light soup that depends a lot on what you use for a base. If you use bouillon cubes, make sure to get the ones that aren't just salt and caramel color like a lot of them are these days. I think that bouillon used to be a lot stronger. If you use stock, and you're not making it yourself, try to get the bone broth, because that's gonna give you a lot more nutrition than the ones that are just the plainer types of stock. You can use vegetable stock, but make sure you eat something else besides just this, because you're going to get pretty hungry. And I speak from experience on that because I used to be a vegetarian, and during my starving college days, actually a lot of what I ate was pretty similar to this, made with vegetable broth, and I was pretty hungry. So just make sure you eat something else if you're using vegetable broth. If you were using vegetable broth, you could follow this up with the main course of whatever you're serving, and this could just be the starter. I'm having it as a nice lunch because I had a big breakfast and I'm going to be making dinner later, and I don't want to fill up in the middle of the day because three really big heavy meals in a day is quite a lot. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure and give it a nice thumbs up. And remember to tell your friends about my books. Happy reading!